Hi! So ever since I got my labrets here pierced, I've gotten a lot of questions, usually the same ones as you may imagine, so figured I would make a video since I haven't made a video in, what, like 7 months? I'm really sorry about that. So the most common question that I get about them is whether or not it is 2 or 1 piercing. Whether or not it's one single piercing, a horizontal labret where it goes through, like, my vermilion, or whether or not it's 2 separate ones going all the way to the back. And it is the latter for me. I decided to go the route of having 2 separate piercings because a surface piercing on your, on such a high movement area, like with eating and if you wear makeup, like makeup application and stuff like that, it just doesn't sound like the best area. Like, it sounds like it'd be pretty prone to rejection. Although I would know, I haven't had one. I've seen people with them that are kind of okay, although, you know, I usually see them like starting to migrate and stuff. So, I mean, keep that in mind. I think that this is definitely the better route, just taking in all sorts of like complications that may occur. So yeah, 2 separate piercings. I would highly recommend that instead. And then, of course, you know, people ask me if it hurt or like how it compares to a regular lip piercing, which I think is a much better question in all honesty. It surprisingly like didn't hurt for how sensitive the vermilion is, which is like the flesh-colored lip part of your lip. The vermilion is supposedly like one of the most sensitive parts of your body, but I think that really aids in the situation in that the tissue is so soft and thin, like there isn't much resistance put up to a needle, especially with how quickly like fucking piercings go. I forgot what I was talking about, I'm sorry. I'm never one to say that piercings or things don't hurt because there is a sensation, like it's not like a completely like painless, like sensationless thing, but this was totally kind of sensationless. So I was pierced by Mateo, formerly of Way Body Arts down in Santa Cruz, but that shop has since closed and now he's working at Brain Drops in San Francisco. Really, really cool dude, an amazing piercer. So he pierced it from like the inside out, and the inside had, you know, a very slight pinch sensation thingy going on, but upon the exit there was like nothing, like it just felt like squish. It was fucking cool. And for my piercings, he decided to use just a regular straight barbell. Normally whenever I saw these back in the olden days, like way years ago before I ever got mine, I had always seen them pierced with a curved barbell, and I would assume because as you're going like, because the way that mine's pierced, it's pierced like normally in the back, like the way a normal labret would be, but instead of going out straight, it kind of curves upward so that it can reach the vermilion. And normally I see curved barbells, I'm assuming just so like it, like, so like the back posts or the back discs won't like sink into your lip or whatever, but he used a straight barbell and I think that that worked out pretty fine. Like, I don't know, depends on your piercer, I guess. I'm sure like they would have a better explanation or better reasoning behind what they do, like more so than I can explain. And as for Aftercare, it's pretty much like the same as your standard lip piercing, just a lot of like swelling and grossness and, you know, just gotta deal with it. And a lot of people ask me like, why would I do this instead of like a regular labret or even like a vertical labret? And it's just because I think this looks cool and it's different-er than like a regular lip piercing, I guess. I mean, clearly I'm not the first person to ever like come up with this idea, but I just think that it looks a lot more interesting than your standard labret piercing. But of course, like, do whatever you want with your mouth. This is just another option, and these are just a couple questions that people have asked me. So if you're thinking about doing it, there's some information that hopefully you can like, I don't know, make your decision, I guess. God, I'm always like super tongue-tied, never know what to say, but like even more so now since I haven't talked to myself in like, what, like 8 months or something? What did I say before? Am I going higher in numbers? Probably, I don't really care. So yeah, if you have like any other sort of questions regarding this or any like of my other mods that you can see or whatever, like feel free to ask. I don't mind answering. And you know, like, have a nice day. Have a nice life, presumably, because I'm going to assume that I'm just like never gonna make a video again after this, I'm sorry. But if you do want me to make videos, tell me things you want me to talk about, because that's like the #1 thing that I don't know, my brain never works ever. So it's like, I don't know what to talk about. So if you want to hear me talk about something, anything, I will consider it and then maybe I'll do it. So yeah, you know, have a nice life. Goodbye.